Hi everyone, Lewis here, and today I'm going to bring you guys another video on CSGO. It's been a kind of popular thing that YouTubers are doing these days where they show off their inventories. Even if you guys do watch a bunch of my streams, which you probably don't because who the hell watches my streams, you might not know every single item I've got in my inventory. And I've spent a long time playing CSGO. I've played it since the first day it came out in beta. I made videos back then, and I've also actively played it since the skins first came out. So I thought it'd be interesting to see what skins I've ended up with right now. I'd say pretty much every skin I've got I'm very, very happy with. Maybe with some improvements which could be made, which if you want to leave any, then leave them in the comment section below. But I'm going to be going through them in this video, and also I am actually going to be also doing a giveaway of one of my knives. I've currently got 4 knives. I'm going to be giving away this knife right here. It's a bayonet Doppler. It's worth about $400 to $500. Why am I giving it away in this video? I don't really know. It's my first video back, coming back to YouTube after a long break, so why the hell not? And all you do to have a chance to win it is leave a comment below the video, which will be telling me which one of my skins I should improve, or something like that. Or if you want, leave any comment. I really don't care. Anyway, without making you guys wait any longer, some of the market prices might be horribly off, but I'm just going to give you a rough estimate of the value. And let's get straight into it, because this isn't my knife. I've got a better knife than this one. So first of all, we're going to do the CT side. I'll get all of the CT items out of the way, and then we'll go on to the T side, and I'll show off some of my cooler skins. Like, don't worry, I've got a lot of very interesting and rare skins, but I'm not necessarily going to be showing them, you know, in order of value. So first off, I've got this thing right here. I'm also going to explain how I acquired these beautiful skins, just in case you're curious as well. This is the M4A1S Knight. It's factory new. It's worth about $400, and I bought this one off a market. It's probably got the most boring story out of all of my skins, but it's a really nice skin. It costs a lot of money. I did have the choice of either getting this or the Masterpiece, and I ended up choosing this one over the Masterpiece just because the Masterpiece looks like a graffiti artist just took a massive shit on an M4, whereas this one looks royal. It looks like it kind of suits the whole theme of, well, it's not really a theme, but I like to think there's a theme of royalty in my inventory, because I've also got a Dragon Law, which you'll see later on. And yeah, it's a really nice weapon, and I don't like the M4A4 because it fucking sucks. So next up is the StatTrak USP-S Orion. You might wonder what factory quality is this, or what quality is it, not factory quality. It's factory new, which means also it's worth about $400. It doesn't sell too much on the market. Most of the items which I've got don't sell on the market, or if they do, it's normally for the maximum price. No, that's probably not completely true, but partially true. Most items I've got do not sell on the market, so I've ended up trading for these items. In this case, I traded this one for a factory new bayonet Fade. I had 2 of those, which were donated to me by Johnny, so I gone ahead and traded one of those for this thing right here, and it just looked a bit fucked up on the top. Like, you see where the you know, where you're shooting and like shit happens. That's a really good description, I know. For some reason, that's a bit messed up, but I'm pretty sure that's normal with all factory new ones. So this thing's the best USP in the game. Why is it so rare? Well, because it doesn't drop anymore. There's some copyright claims with it or something like that. It's kind of the same deal as the Howl had, if you guys know about the M4A4 Howl. It's kind of the same, except this isn't contraband, but it's just as valuable if you do end up getting your hands on the factory new version. So this is the last CT-sided weapon to show. It is the FAMAS. It's not amazing, but like I said, we'll get into the cooler skins in a second, show you all my knives and all that wonderful stuff. But this is a FAMAS After Image StatTrak factory new. I bought this also recently. I did originally have a minimal wear one, which I think I unboxed, and you know, it's nothing amazing. I mean, it is like a really good FAMAS skin, and a lot of people do actually say that. It's a very pretty skin, but it's not worth that much. I think it's worth about $30 something. The overlay on the screen will show something a bit more accurate, but it's a pretty nice skin, and either way I bought it, which is a really boring story. So let's get into stuff which is actually a bit prettier, worth a bit more money, and has a bit more of an interesting backstory on the T side. Alright, so first of all, I think I'm going to show you guys my main knife, and I'll show you my secondary knives later, because those have all got a story to them. But this is my karambit Doppler phase. Okay, some people are going to get angry because I'm going to get the phase wrong on this. It's either phase phase 1 or phase 2. The difference with the phases is like it's inverted, so it's either black and pink or it's pink and black. Mine's pink and black, or pink and like dark blue kind of thing. So I think this is phase 2, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, it's got a fuck ton of pink on it. Some people like to call it the poor man's karambit Fade. I don't see it that way. I think it's prettier than the karambit Fade. So it's about $700 or so, and I ended up trading it for about $600 worth of items. A fire serpent, one of my older knives, I believe. I really can't actually remember, even if it was about a week ago. I did have a blue version of this, which was exactly the same, except it was blue, and honestly, I'm not sure if I preferred that one, but either way, this thing's really nice, and it is also factory new, of course, so it's a pretty decent skin, I think. I wasn't really a big fan of the karambits until recently. I was a big fan of the butterfly knives, but after using them for a long time, and everyone always complains about how they go clickety-clackety whenever you press F, I changed my game up and ended up settling for the karambit just because a viewer of mine offered a trade for it, and I thought, why not try it out? And now, I love the karambits. I see the karambit hype now, but fuck karambit fades. If you're looking for one of those, I don't know, be different, okay? Everyone wants a karambit fade. Anyway, next up is my most expensive skin. It's a fucking Dragon Lore, boys. So unfortunately, this is simply a minimal wear. Just kidding, it's still really awesome and worth like a shit ton of money. I think it's worth about $1,500, although I'm not really too sure. But this one was donated to me by a viewer, Cut, and it's a pretty good skin. I'd give it a solid 10 out of 10. And along with that, Cut also donated me a Glock Fade, which I think is this one. I'm not actually sure. But I did have a Glock Fade originally, which I bought for like $10 before they stopped dropping in game, and now they're worth about $200 as well. So I've got the Dragon Lore and the Glock Fade, although most of the time I'd probably not use this as like a combo in game. But you know, it's still really nice. The Dragon Lore, as you can see, kind of royalty. Some people don't like the skin, but at the end of the day, it's worth a shit ton of money, and it's worth well more than any other AWP, so I can't really complain on that front. The Glock Fade itself, there's a bit to be said about this. You can get different fades in the Glocks, and you might have a Glock Fade which you prefer. The only difference that can be done with the Glock Fades, though, is it's hard to explain, but like, you see the purple at the back, that could be like more squashed in, so there's more purple on the gun, but you see how the tip's kind of white? You can't get less white on the tip. You've always got the same amount of white on the tip as far as I can see. I've looked into it a bit. So mine's really got the most pink you can get on a Glock Fade. So I'm happy with that, I think. Maybe. Next up isn't too interesting, but it's a Tech 9 I bought on a market a few days ago for $15. Of course it is the weapon of choice for all terrorists these days. Everyone just goes around going pew 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 around corners and shit. It's a pretty nice skin, and it is factory... No, maybe it's not factory new. I'm not actually sure. I'll probably say it somewhere in the overlay thing. But yeah, it's a pretty nice skin. It looks kind of fucked up, but it's the most obnoxious looking Tech 9, and that's what you look for in skins, I like to think. You just look for the most obnoxious, shitty looking skin, and that is the skin which you will end up sticking to. Next up is my P2 Fiddy. You might be able to tell somehow who gave me this because of a name. It was a lovely chap called Blue. All of the items he ever gave me are blue in-game because his name's Blue. It's worth about $30 or so, and it's stat track. Don't have how many kills on it because he values as a P250 when you've got a Tech 9. I used to, but not anymore. But it's a pretty nice weapon, and along with that, there's also another blue weapon to show. It's this right here. It's the blue... what's it called again? God, I forgot the name for it already. It is called the... something streak, something. I can't tell because it's got a name tag on it, but it's factory new again, worth about $30 or something. And if you see the beautiful combo blue, everything looks so blue except this knife, which is actually now pink. But it used to be blue, so that would have been pretty nice. But now everything's blue, so kind of sucks. Anyway, moving on to some more skins that people probably don't care too much about, but I will again show off my knives at the end as well. So it's totally worth waiting for the knives. Okay, I'm not going to lie, I forgot about a weapon on the CT side, but you can also get it on the T side. It's just I don't have it turned on because I've got a Tech 9, but it's a CZ Auto Victoria. It's worth $20 or something like that. It's also, again, a very royal skin. I really like it. I did have a bunch of choices with this one. I could have got a stat track one, but fuck that, it costs literally like $300 for factory new ones. And I could have also got a Futures Now, which is just like a pink, the entire top part of it is pink, but as big a fan as I am of the pink, as you can see right here, I didn't really like it over Victoria. Victoria, look, it even says on it, made in Czech Republic. Do I have a CZ save it on it? Maybe. Either way, this is factory new, and despite people telling me constantly the 5.7 is better, I still prefer the CZ. And what can I say? I get shit done. Sometimes. Next up, I'm still on the CT side, because why the hell not, but this is the Scout, a weapon I sometimes buy. I was going to get a stat track one of these. Again, it is factory new, I think, but it's a blood in the water. It's pretty much the best Scout you can get. It's a red Scout. I don't think it is actually any other red Scout in the game. And I was kind of surprised that I was a red item when it first came out. Because I was like, who the hell uses the Scout? But now that it's got the buff, so when you jump, you've got 100% accuracy in midair. It's actually a pretty decent weapon. You can see like I'm hitting the same spot every single time. So if you want to buy us on an eco round, after you just lost the first round, you can buy it. And if you don't suck, maybe you can get something done with it. But I don't know. I like to think I suck with it. But it's got a massive shark in it. That's pretty cool, right? Get out of here. Fucking shark. Unless I say otherwise, pretty much all these items I have ended up trading for or buying from the market itself. It's not like people just give me skins, although sometimes we do. But this is a stat track Desert Eagle Hypnotic Factory New. I originally got one of these legit through unboxing when this is actually from the first box which came out. So I got it through that a long time ago, but then I ended up trading it away. In fact, that's the same story with a bunch of my skins. I did have a Fire Serpent legit, and then I traded that away as well, which I haven't actually shown yet, so I should really show that off in a second. But yeah, either way, this is... there's a bunch of skins which I like for the Desert Eagle. I did have a gold koi recently, which I got legit through trading up, but I decided that this thing is slightly nicer because it's stat track. I just don't have any kills on it because who uses Desert Eagles? No one, that's who. Alright, anyway, as promised, this is a Fire Serpent. I don't know how I forgot about it, but this is a minimal wear Fire Serpent. It's worth about $200. I was looking into getting a stat track one. There's 3 factory new stat track ones in the world as far as I can see, and even well worn, or is that worse? No, Battle Scarred even. Battle Scarred AK-47 Fire Serpent stat track cost a lot of money, so I decided against it. I mean, they cost about $400 for the worst quality ones, but it looks so fucked up, and yeah, they are stat track, but I kind of wanted like a field tested stat track one, and I think if I tried really hard, I could probably trade for one of my knives or something like that. But either way, this is minimal wear. It looks really nice, pretty much like factory new. Also, my Dragon Lore, although it is minimal wear, I forgot to mention, but it looks factory new to me, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really nice AK. It was between this or a stat track Vulcan. It was the same with the Knight, where I was going to buy a stat track Cyrex instead with it, a factory new Cyrex, because those are kind of cheap. But I decided this skin, because it's from one of the older boxes, it's from a Bravo crate, it's a really nice skin, and people don't unbox it, the value of them is still going up, so it's maybe worth buying one right now, just because the value will end up going up, just like with my Glock Fade, when I bought one and then ended up, you know, timesing by 10 in price. That was a pretty good investment, but it's not like I sold, no, I did actually sell it. Well, yeah, sometimes it's good to buy skins, is my point, but, you know, the game costs like $10, don't buy skins, kids, skins are bad. I've spent $5,500 on unboxing, so it's not like, again, I don't know, I'm making shitty excuses up, but it's not like people just give me skins. I've worked slightly for them, believe it or not. So I do actually have one more skin I need to show on the CT side, and then I'll show off the rest of my knives. I didn't realize how many skins, well, I mean, I did actually get rid of like all my skins earlier. Like, you can check my Steam profile in the description below or something like that if you want to see my entire inventory. But I got rid of all my skins, and I didn't realize how many, like, not shitty skins I've got, but how many skins I've got which maybe people don't care about. But these are really all of weapons which I use I've got skins for, and all of those skins for those weapons I'd like to think are my favorite ones. This is embracing the pink a bit more. It's a Stat Track Nova Bloom Stick. It's got flowers on it. I mean, it doesn't have that much pink on it, but it is factory new. I think it's worth about $30 again, and I kind of like the Nova. It's useful sometimes. It's kind of shit most of the time. But anyway, back on the CT side, I need to show off one more thing, which is a Scar 20. And then actually I need to show off a negative as well. Shit, the negative you can show on either side, so I'll show off this before I show off the other thing. But this was donated to me. In fact, I don't even know who donated it to me. Shit. It's worth about 30 pence. It's really good. See? That would be like the entire team dead right there. I think it was Karichi who donated me it. I'm not... I'll look into it. I'm sorry. Alright, by the way, 30 pence is 50 cents for you Americans out there. Sorry, I forgot to give you a translation. So basically, it's not worth too much. So this is one of the last skins I need to show off before I go on to my knives. I don't know if this video was too long. I'm sorry if it was, but I wanted to explain some of the skins a bit and, you know, why I chose them instead of just having a list of all my skins. You'd be like, oh, look at my massive penis. So we could talk about them a bit. This is a Cyrex Stat Track Scar 20. I unboxed this. It's factory new. It's nice. No one uses a Scar 20, but I just liked it because it was a Cyrex and it was pretty cheap, and it brings back memories of when I had my M4A1 Cyrex, but now it's gone forever because I got the Knight, but that was a very nice skin, so this brings back those memories, and it's pretty nice. You might notice as well, I don't actually have any Asimovs. I don't have the M4A4 Howl, like I said before, because I don't like the M4A4, but I don't know. If I didn't have a Dragon Lore and I did like M4A4s, maybe I'd have an Asimov Stat Track, or maybe I'd have a Howl. Probably just a Howl. But the point is, I don't like Asimov that much. So, yeah. So this is the final item. I know I've said that like 20 times, but this is definitely the final item. It's a Stat Track P90 Death by Kitty. It's minimal wear. In fact, it's not the final item. Sorry, my bad. I've got one item I need to show off because I like it. But it's a Stat Track P90 Death by Kitty. I bought it on the market. It's worth about $120. It's from one of the original cases, the esports case, I think it is, which is like, it came out really early into the game's, you know, life cycle with the skin thing. And it looks obnoxious as fuck. Like I said before, the more obnoxious the skin is, the more money it's worth, especially if it's red, just like this skin is. So it's pretty nice. So the last skin which I wanted to show off, and then I can show off my knives, and then we can wrap this up, and everyone will not question my inventory ever again, and my thinking process behind everything or something like that. I mean, my skins might not be the best, but like I said, if you guys want to tell me what you think would be better for certain weapons, then tell me, and we'll see what we can do, or I can tell you you're wrong. Either way, this is a stat track or blinding strike. This is also from the first case. It came out the same cases as the hypnotic stat track deagle, and this was my first ever unboxing, which was dank. That's why I've got it. It's, you know, it's not as good as a Dragon Law. It's worth about a tenth the price of a Dragon Law. I think it's worth about $160. But the thing is, it's the first ever AWP which came out, and it's stat track, and it's factory new, which is kind of the same reason why I like the Desert Eagle, because it's the first Desert Eagle that came out that's factory new and it's stat track. So it's really nice, and it's not really, people don't see it that much, I don't think, in games, because the cases for these cost a lot of money, because they are the first case and there's not many of them left. They don't drop that much, or if at all, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's a really nice AWP, and that's it for my weapons. On to the skins. Anyways, this is a stat track butterfly knife fade. It's pretty good. It's got a very nice fade on it. I know it looks a bit fucked up on the end, you can see right here on the tip, but trust me, it is factory new. It's got one of the better fades you can find in the butterfly knife fades, if not one of the best. I did spend a lot of time trying to find a good fade, so I had to pay a decent amount of money for that. So the market value itself is probably like $400, $500. It sells quite regularly on the market, although it didn't used to. I traded this for about 5 knives, which were worth about $1,000. So maybe that was a bad idea on my behalf, but what can I say? The prices went down a lot, but I still love it because it's a butterfly knife. It makes a clickety-clackety noise. Listen to this. Clickety-clackety, clickety-clackety. Listen how annoying it is. And it is stat track as well. So you'll see I have currently got 16 kills on it. This is my primary weapon until I've recently started getting into karambit, starting getting into Dopplers as well. Those knives are really cool for me, and they are also the newest knives. The Doppler knives, the rust, no nice rust knives, but the point is, the new knives have kind of took over my knife inventory, but this is a pretty nice knife too. And it's not actually my only butterfly knife either, because I've got my original butterfly knife too. So this is my original butterfly knife. The reason I say original is because I unboxed this one. It's a factory new slaughter. Again, it sells for pretty much the same amount of money. If it was stat track, then obviously it would sell for a lot more, which is kind of surprising me that this sells for more than the butterfly knife fade, but I don't know, I guess butterfly knife fades just got unboxed more. But yeah, I unboxed this. There'll be like a video annotation somewhere. It was amazing. It was when butterfly knives first came out, and I just couldn't get enough of, you know, spinning them around. Like, look at how fun that is. That's so much fun. I just want to smash my keyboard all day. It's nothing amazing, really. Well, I mean, it is really good. It's, you know, it's not like it's a gut knife, boreal for or something like that. My point is, it's not as good as, you know, my karambit. But why do I keep on with it? Again, intrinsic value. I don't want to lose it because it's my first knife, which I really fell in love with, which I unboxed. So I've got it still here in my inventory, and I don't expect to get rid of it anytime soon. It does also have a diamond on the tip. You'll see. Where the fuck is a diamond? Yeah, near the tip right there at the top. That's a diamond. That increases the value, I think. I don't know. I don't know much about patterns, but the point is the pattern can vary a lot from knife to knife. I've had a few different butterfly knife slaughters, some minimal wear ones, and this one's the original beauty, so it's pretty nice. I can't drop it. You cannot drop it, Lewis. You can't drop it. And then this is the final knife right here, which I've shown you guys at the start, which I'll be giving away in this video because I can. It is the Bayonet Doppler Factory New Phase 1. Either way, all I know is it's not the phase which has more pink than black or purple, whatever the hell. I guess it's purple, because you can clearly see it has more purple than it does have black. Oh, it's got more purple than it does have pink, yeah. Sorry, it's confusing phases. I don't want to get into them right now, but there's a bunch of different phases for Dopplers, like ruby, black pearl, shit like that. So yeah, this is worth like $400, $500, something like that. It sells on the market pretty regularly for maximum price, and I'm actually a big fan of bayonets now, maybe more so than the butterfly knives. If I didn't have a karambit, I might use this instead, but yeah, it's a really nice knife, and I'll be giving it away. Just leave a comment and I'll be announcing the winners on my Twitter as well. I forgot to mention that, but you'll get a PM on YouTube anyway, so it doesn't matter, but you know, it'll still be announced there, so do whatever the hell you want with that. Therefore, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the inventory, other than one last thing. So I'm going to go ahead and press the disconnect button in the console. Very unprofessional, showing the... Oh, I can't spell. It's showing the disconnect thing right there, but, you know, I don't really care. The last thing I've got to show you guys, and I'm sure many of you clicked off by now, but it's very beautiful. You might have noticed it when I opened up the scoreboard for a second. It's this thing right here. It's a genuine Guardian pin. How did you get that, Lewis? And also, look at my rank. Oh, I'm Supreme. I'm fucking MLG, dude. This is a genuine Guardian pin. You get this from ESL Captivity, however the fuck you pronounce it, and I got this from Pansy, the caster, because it's really nice. So I thought I'd show you guys that because it's worth varying amounts of money, like $100 to $200, something like that, but you can't get them. So I haven't seen a single person in matchmaking who has one, except Pansy's got a black one, and a few people who've got the map ones. But you know, if you want to buy one off eBay, got to buy it now. If you didn't get one, I mean, you have to be at the event and be in the VIP area, and then you have to buy them for 10 euros or something, and then you unbox them. We've kind of done the same thing with Dota, where you could do that and buy in-game or IRL things and then redeem them on the Dota store kind of thing. So it's really cool. And it's one of my favorite items, although it's not one you're going to see too much because it's just displayed on a scoreboard. It's displayed there and displayed there. But I do get questions constantly asking, where did I get it from? That's where I got it from. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all good stuff. Like I said, if you guys want to enter a giveaway, then just leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this case quickly because who knows, I could get a knife live on camera. I just passed the stat track off Man of War. I'm slightly salty. Fuck. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Like I said, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and all good stuff. As per usual, if you guys are interested in some more CSGO content or tell me what you think, I think it's a good idea to start doing some CSGO content. I just don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Hopefully this video wasn't too boring because it did end up going a bit longer than expected. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. I like that knife. That's a pretty good knife.